What's up guys, Jason here, back with another video. This time I want to talk about the basics of what to keep in a small toolkit. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, there's a bunch of different options on what you could choose to keep your tools in. You can go with the standard toolbox, which is an excellent choice. You know, people have been using them for years. Or you go with what I picked, and that's a tool bag, which allows you easy access and you can see exactly where everything is. But that being said, I'm going to show you what I keep in my toolkit, and maybe it'll give you a few ideas of what to keep in yours. Alright, so one of the first things you probably want to focus on in a toolkit are screwdrivers. You want your basics, your flathead and Phillips head screwdrivers, and they make a bunch of different kinds because there's obviously a bunch of different sizes and types of screws. So you want to have some larger ones and some small ones as well, and even some precision ones that I have down in here, which are good for eyeglasses and small electronics. The battery compartments on them usually have really small screws. Next up, I have different size nut drivers. I keep the ones on the outside that are more common, more likely to be used. I also have larger sizes down in here and smaller ones as well. But these are the main ones that I would use, so I keep them pretty handy. You might want to think about keeping some files. I have one here on the outside. The handle broke off, but I'll just keep it here for quick use. Also have more in here, including some precision files as well. Files are very handy. Can save you from getting a burr or, you know, shaping different things that you need shaped. Next up are wrenches. I have all kinds of different size combination wrenches. I also have some ratcheting ones as well. These are lifesavers there. And these are Craftsman. They're very good, solid wrenches here. The good thing about tools like Craftsman, usually all their hand tools have lifetime warranties, so it's best to invest in that so you don't have to keep buying a bunch of junk over and over again. Next up is some 3-in-1 oil. There's nothing worse than hearing a door hinge, you know, creak and moan and make noises and things like that. So a little thing of oil is super helpful. Next up, I have some electrical tape. I mean, this stuff has more uses than just for electrical, but you always want some for electrical because you never know what will happen and you need some of that. Along with that is some Gorilla Tape, which I'm kind of running low. This stuff is wonderful, wonderful stuff. Another good item to have is a electric meter, one that you know works. I found this one for $15 and it does surprisingly well. I compared it to the Fluke meters at work, and it read spot on, exactly the same reading as them, so very good meter. I have different size Allen wrenches here. I have standard and metric, some large ones, some small ones. These are pretty good little kits. Allen wrenches are definitely something valuable to have. There's so many different things that use Allen wrenches, so these are a must in any toolkit. Of course, no toolkit can be complete without wrenches. You have crescent wrenches. These are some sort of cobalt pliers. I'm not sure the name of them, but they're pretty cool. Some channel locks. Very, very useful stuff, especially if you have to work on pipes or stubborn bolts or something like that. You need a big wrench to take care of that. I have some crimpers and wire cutters inside of here. Very useful item. The difference is on these ones is the crimper is on the outside instead of over here, which you'll see on my wire cutters. I have a mini hammer in this one. I keep my regular hammers in my other toolbox, which you saw earlier, but this little bag is limited, so I just keep a mini hammer in here. Still works just the same. Over here I have a 16-foot Stanley tape measure. I just keep it on the little tape measure clip here. Everybody needs a tape measure, and you need a good quality one that you can trust and it's accurate. Let's check out what's on the other side here. Alright, over here I have 2 pairs of wire cutters. These are for smaller jobs. These are for bigger ones. They go up to a higher size than these ones. But they also have crimpers, different sizes and styles. With these you can also cut small screws and bolts, which is very helpful. Right here I have a couple more crescent wrenches, a little bit smaller ones. I have a couple pair of needle nose pliers. There's a cobalt razor knife. Razor knives are super valuable, so you always want to keep one in your toolkits. There's some more Allen wrenches, a little more compact. In here I have a couple of stubby screwdrivers. Hard to reach places, these are very valuable. In here I have a 1/4 inch, a small little ratchet. I have a couple common sockets down in here, 5/16, 10 millimeters, stuff like that. I have this is actually a water pipe wrench. I actually won this, that's why it's pretty nice and still new, but pretty useful tool. Over here I have a pair of side cutters. There's a nice big pair, a little small precision pair, and here is a pair of linemen's, they call them. Electrician's best friend right there. Gotta have those. Of course I'm an electrician, so. In here I keep some different drywall screws, nails, things like that. Just common ones that I use. There's a little level. In this little pocket I have some little crimp-on ends for wiring. And there's some butt connectors to hook to connect wires together. There's a bag full of wire nuts. And there's some wall anchors. The screws for them are in there. That's what I keep in this bag right here. You know, as always with every kit I make, it doesn't matter. It could be the world's most perfect kit, but there will always be things that I want to add or change about it. And I'm sure you feel the same way. But this is a good start to have a complete little toolkit. It's great having power tools now, but if the grid goes down, you're going to need hand tools. So invest a little bit of money and time in getting the right hand tools for you. Of course, I have a long way to go before I am fully prepared as far as tool wise. They make hand drills, you know, and things along those lines. You know, a big hand saw, things like that would be great to have. And I do have like a drill and a couple other little things. So be sure to let me know what you think about this toolkit, and if you don't have one already, the best way to throw one together is first go get you a decent bag or toolbox, whatever you prefer. Set it somewhere that's easily accessible, and just like if you have a main toolbox especially, whenever you go get a tool out of it, and you know, just throw it in your bag or toolbox, and eventually it'll be full of everything that you use most often. And that's the best way to put together a basic kit. I can carry it wherever I need to. It's a little heavy, but I can manage. Plus it has these D-rings here, so I could attach a shoulder carry as well. So let me know what you think about my kit and this video down in the comments below. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Be sure to give it a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more, and remember, be ready. There are a ton of different options when it comes to storing your tools besides a bag or even just this box. But something like this box would be great for a car kit, or to keep ready if you frequently go and do side jobs or anything like that. This is a great option to keep your tools for that. If you get to the point where you accumulate a bunch of tools, you'll need a larger toolbox like this one here, which I keep in my basement. So as your tool collection goes, you can you know, always expand your storage, but it's always best to start small with a basic kit and then move on from there. Another great item to consider getting eventually over time is a good tool belt. If you're doing a lot of repetitive tasks, like, you know, constantly nailing something down, hammering, measuring, and you constantly need to rotate between those tools, this is perfect. This is also great if you need to repair any roofing or something like that, something that involves climbing. This is a great option for that as well. So those are just some things to consider about some tool storage. Those are just some things to consider. The most important thing is you want to know how to use tools. So if you do purchase it, or you know someone that even has it, just ask them to show you how to use it, or take the time to learn. YouTube is a great tool to do that.